Hello everyone, FSG here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to New Frontier. It is another morning, and as you can see, we've gone through a night and we still have $7,133 in the bank. So we are definitely making progress when it comes to retaining cash. Now, I want to reduce the amount of income that's going back out of the door on leasing. So our little skid steer is going to go. And the reason for that is we have auto-load trailers now, so it is a little bit surplus to requirements. So that's going to help us, but I've also done something else. Off camera, whilst we've been getting organised to do other stuff, we thought we'd give the little 6-metre plough that we looked at in the last episode a run out and a bit of a test on another map with a lower horsepower tractor than even we've got here with the John Deere. And the results were very, very good. So we're just going to get it. And we're going to plough some fields. So I think that will make me feel like we're making proper progress now. It's pretty chilly today, I'm not going to lie to you. We've got a bit of snow coming down. Big frost on the ground. But we better push on, because there's a lot to do. And I'm excited for what we've got next. We're going to push things forward now. We're going to plough up some fields. We're going to mow some more grass. Get some more bales ready for fermenting, and hopefully sell those for a bit of a profit. And we aren't far off getting our first few crops out of the ground as well. So we need to get a bit of cash in the bank for the combine as well. I have installed the new mod, the Rostel Mash, which I think is the one we're going to use. Let me just show that to you. It is the cheapest combine out there at the moment. I need to scroll down to here. There we go. The Nova 330, $75,000. Obviously, we're going to need the header too, but to lease this, only 3,825, so we can actually afford that now. So things looking really, really good. But here we are at the shop. I'm not even taking the roads anymore. I'm just barreling across the map. Right, let's pick up our plough and take things from there. Right, here we go. Blizzard. We are only going to go for the 6-metre. I think that's only fair. We don't want to look too crazy, but we're going to go with John Deere Green, of course. Right, and we are not going to buy it because we can't afford to buy it, but we are going to lease it. Less than $1,000 to lease as well, so that's good. And let's have a look at it. There it is. Looking really good, and like I said, I tried this with the little Zetor tractor, which has 76 horsepower, and it did seem to pull it with no hassle. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and we are going to get some of this field work done. Now, if it does struggle, there is another little trick we have up our sleeve as well. Hopefully I don't need to do that, but if we do, I'll show you that one as well. And that is basically running the plough backwards. It seems to negate any of the horsepower requirements. So let's get back to the field and let's give this a go as the snow starts to fall even heavier. Right, here we go. This is our field edge. We are going to cut things a little bit straighter than we did when we were mowing. But I think about here looks good. We're going to have to turn create fields on as well. But we'll use right along the edge line of what we own. See how we get on with that. It is... no, let's just use we're using the compass in the bottom corner here. So there we go, 180 is what we're on at the moment, so let's give that a go and see what happens. So about here. Lower it down. Of course, nothing will happen just now because it isn't a field, so we're just going to allow create fields on. And then we probably need to get through this quite quickly. There we go. It's having all kinds of fun with that texture, isn't it? Hopefully that will sort itself out in a minute. We are still running on that 180 degree. Just a little bit of a degree off now, but shouldn't be too bad. And then we will flip it. But as you can see, apparently 260 horsepower to run this. No issues at all there. There we go. Texture's already caught up. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. I mean, I don't think I'm running a decent graphics card, a 3070. But for some reason, the texture in certain scenarios doesn't want to keep up with us. So let's get this to 70 for our next angle, so we get a nice square edge-ish. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but there we go. We're right on the edge of what we own there as well, which is quite nice. So, although it looks pretty ugly, it's working as a scenario. We are ploughing up a new field. Now, somebody did say to me they've struggled to get AI workers to work. Once you've cut a field, struggling to get the AI workers to work. Obviously, we're not at a point where we can test that yet, because I haven't cut the fields fully. But maybe we'll try it with a seeder once we're done here. But this is going really, really well. So we're going to push on, and we're going to get this field done. So, we'll see you when we're ready. Now, we were struggling a little bit on the uphills here. We've only got a few passes left, but now look at us go, because we've turned the plough around. So it doubles the speed, so we're running at max speed now. We're running about 5 or 6 before, but this really helps speed things up, which is very helpful at this moment in time. I can't work out whether or not I've got this little patch or not, so I'm just going to double, triple check that I have. So yes, we are on the limit of what this plough can do with this tractor, but this is a nice little adjustment that kind of helps us get through things quickly. This was the same in FS25 as well. For whatever reason, you put the plough on backwards, it kind of negated the horsepower issues with it, or the power requirements, which is good. Really frustrated by this slow redraw of the texture though. I know it's a bug in the game, but it's really prominent at the moment with this. Now hopefully, when we've cut this surface, I also noticed that it only works at certain angles as well, so if I run it at this angle, it's fine. Totally fine, no issue at all. Alright, maybe a little bit at the speed we're going, but I come down to here, can't keep up. There we go. Right, first field all done. I was going to decide whether or not we did second field or not, or we planted first one straight away. I'm slightly worried that the snow will lie at some point, but I'm going to brave it. This is a shorter field, smaller field, so I think maybe we'll be alright if we just go for it. So, there we go, straight along the bottom, again, 270 here, we're at 270-ish. We'll get a nice straight field edge, hopefully. And like I said, smaller field this one, so it shouldn't take as long. Plus our little reverse plough hack that allows us to get through the field a little bit quicker. There we go, 358, so get that to 0-ish, give or take a degree or two. I don't care about it being super accurate. As long as it's consistent along the edge, I'll take that. But there we go. Right, let's hammer around this as quickly as we can and get it done. So, back in a sec. Now, as I suspected, the snow has come down, but we know where the edges of the field are, and we know what we haven't done yet, so actually we can probably just push on here and get this done. And it gives us a chance to play around in the snow a bit as well, which I do like. So yeah, we'll just keep going, I think, until we're done. Right, final 2 little bits in the field there. I think I have got everything now, so that is good. What we don't have though is the ability. We could seed it now, I suppose. There's no reason to say we can't. And we could get those crops in the ground. So let's maybe have a think about doing that. The rest of the seed is still down at the store, so we'd need to hook up the planter or the seeder and go and refill it. So we've maxed out. I don't know if we've even got enough to cover the big field and the small field. I would definitely start with the small field, so we've covered that off. But yeah, let's do that. Let's grab that. Oh, I haven't returned the skid steer as well. Let me do that. Vehicles, New Holland. There we go. We are going to return you because you're quite expensive. And the Paladin pallet fork is going to go too, because that is a skid steer pallet fork, so we've no use for that yet. There we go. Right, let's go and grab the rest of the seed from the store. We might as well use the auto-load trailer as we've got it, rather than dragging the seeder all the way down there. And we'll have a think about what we put in it as well. In fact, you know what we could do? Take these logs and sell these as well while we're waiting. Right, sawmill first, sell these, pick up the seed, get that back over here, and I think we will start planting. No reason why not. Right, here we go. Round to here. Try and get it as close as we can. Now somebody did ask, can you reverse in? I'm not going to try this time with these dolly trailers, because that's way beyond my skill set. But absolutely, I wonder if you can sell from the trailer. Navigate those poles. Bosh, 1,042. There we go. Not bad. A little bit extra in the bank as well. Right, here we go. Load that up. 830 litres still of that. So we probably don't need any more. Fertiliser would be nice. We don't have a fertiliser spreader yet, so it's not really worth doing that. Let's go with that. We're going to need more. I'm going to buy more. I am going to buy another pallet of seeds. And we are going to hopefully then have a little bit of a backup. Yes, it's costing us some money, but hopefully we'll see some return on that. Now, let's see how good the auto load is. No, we're going to have to reposition ourselves slightly for this one. There we go. Load it up. Right. See you back at the farm. Right, here we are, back again. I'm just interested to see if I leave these on the trailer or not, whether or not they'll load from the trailer. Might be a silly thing, because we might have some pallets of vegetables and eggs to sell soon, but just at the moment we don't have anything else that we need that trailer for, so let's give this a go, shall we? And see where we get to. Okay, they've opened, that's interesting. It isn't letting me fill though. Now I can get out and get back in. Sometimes this is a wee fix as well, and it is, in this case, exactly that. There we go. 1270. In the seeder. Now, the moment of truth. Do these freshly cut fields allow us to use GPS or not? I don't want to use the AI helper at the moment. I don't think we're big enough to that, and we don't really want to spend the money on that, but the GPS, of course, is going to be helpful if it works. Let's find out, shall we? So we're pressing and holding, steering assist. That looks like a very neat field to me. I am quite pleased with that. So I'm going to OK that. Green line. Now we don't want long grain rice. I think we're going to go with something like, now we've got, I can't remember if it's wheat or barley up there. I'm going to go with things that will give us straw at the moment, because that's extra money we can use. I know soybeans and things like that might give you a little bit extra in terms of the income from the crop, but with the straw as well, it can be quite lucrative. So, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Interestingly, I'm not getting anything coming above the snow. Does that mean it's not working, or... Oh, it is. Wheat growing. It's just not uncovered the snow. But it's going to potentially be quite hard to tell where you've been and where you haven't been. Maybe the GPS will just help us here. I'm going to go for it, though. Slightly unorthodox. But we'll see what happens. Well, we're off anyway. And planting. So it's going to look pretty odd when we're finished. We're going to have a field full of wheat. But it's not going to look like it's been planted until the snow goes. So I guess what I'll do is just push on, and hopefully it will all work out. But great to be using GPS. Pleased that that works 100%. Very excited by that. I think I might need to run a little bit further there. There we go. Right. We'll just come back when this is done. And here we go, last little bit of this field, and we are done. And I'm not going to lie to you, that has taken a serious amount of time to get done, which is, I guess, all good. I'm not complaining, but it does mean that it's getting late in the day, 3 PM, and I've just realised by buying that seed and stuff as well, we have an issue in terms of what we can do to buy our combine. Because actually, if you look at our crop, now I've just turned growth on here. This will be ready tomorrow. It's 3 PM already. This will be ready tomorrow. We need, I think, about 6,000 or 7,000 for our combine to be able to lease it. So, we could plant another field here, but actually, is it best use of our time at the moment? Do we need to go and cut down a few more trees and have them sold before the end of the day, which means we're not doing it in the morning because we're running at 5 times, and I quite like the fact we're running at 5 times. I think it might be better use of our time to do that first. So what I'm going to do, I'll park this here, ready to do the next field. Proof there as well that the old GPS worked an absolute treat on that field, so I'm assuming AI Worker will do that as well. Let me just park this here though. I'm going to change the crop on this one as well now to something else. Let's turn it off. I think we're going to go for... We'll do barley. Like I said, at the moment, it makes sense for us to have crops that give us a bit of straw. And also the wheat and the barley, very handy for the chickens, because they're about to run out of food as well. So let's grab the logging trailer and let's dive back into the forest. I think probably 2 or 3 good trees, good sized trees should see us right. Maybe if we can fit a 4th one on, that would be good, but let's see what we get. Also, that was completely confusing, even with the GPS on, that ability to not really know where you'd been already, and just kind of, I had to pay attention really to make sure that I was turning and going down the right line. Luckily, based on the map, I think I've hit every one and not missed any rows, but I guess we'll find out when this snow clears, won't we? I've enjoyed playing in the snow though. But there we are, we've got some nice trees just here, nice little clump of them just here. So let's grab these, let's get them sold and see how much money we get. 3 big trees cut down. Let's see if this will take them all. Hopefully, it should be good. We shall see. Navigate around here. Of course, they're not all lined up, which is a little bit frustrating. We should have kept that winch to keep things tidy, but as it is, I don't think it's the end of the world. Just make it work. It's hardly a hardship, is it? There we go. So much quicker with this trailer. I do love this trailer. I think in hindsight we should have gone higher with the auto load space, and I do think we'll maybe reset it at some point in the future when it becomes a feature. Not quite a feature in it yet, so what you set in the store, unless we sell it back and rebuy it, and I'm not that precious about it, to be honest. It's doing the job. We might even try another tree. Let's see if there's space for another tree. There's no harm, if there isn't, in just leaving the tree on the ground for a bit. But, yeah, this is a lot quicker than towing them. Cutting them at the other end. If we can squeeze down here. Excellent. No loading unless stationary, but we are stationary now. Let's try this. It's not a full-size one. It's not one of the bigger ones. But another tree. Let's see if it'll fit. Alright, just 2 little bits on this one. So, well, it's letting us take them. We didn't trim that very well either, but... Right, let's see how we get on with this. I could again try for another one, but I think we'll probably be close to our limit. So let's go and get these sold. The snow has stopped as well. And the sun is coming through over there. Well, setting over there. So it looks like things are drying up. Which is good for tomorrow as well, yep. You can see the snow is now melting. So, we'll be back to full operation soon. And there, look, you can just start to see, there is the seeded field that we did. That's good. Right. Oh, this feels nice. Everything's green again. Right, here we are. Let us get this, hopefully, lined up and sold. You can see our money's gone down again a little bit, I think. The water for the greenhouses maybe just did a refill or something like that. Let's find out. Right, let's get this unloaded. Do I trim those little extra bits off or not? I'm gonna. I'm interestingly, our chainsaw's not working. I wonder if it's because it's in there. Right, forget about it. Let's just sell them. Let's just sell them. Oh, I can't sell them. Why can't I sell them? Somebody did mention this being a little bit of a glitch at some point. It almost looks like my... oh, there we go. Sell wood. Ah, it was just not in the trigger. 4,469. So what I'm going to do right now, before the end of the day, and I know it's going to push us into debt in the morning, but I don't think it's a problem because we're going to get to harvest the crop tomorrow, is I'm going to lease combine and the header and get it done. And then it's all systems go tomorrow. Right, here we go. No time like the present. Exactly as we are. We're not going to do anything other than hit the lease button. 3825, yes, we'll do that. And there will be a header with it as well. Now there's a 500 or a 600. I'm going to go with a 6 meter. Because, although it's been a little bit more, we'll cover more ground with it. And we're going to use this a lot, to be honest. This could be a bit of a money spinner for us. Right. There we go. 1,357 left. And that's going to hurt us overnight. But hopefully those fermenting bales will be a little step closer. Our first field of wheat will be a little step closer, even though we do need to hold on to some of that for the chickens. But we're making progress, and that's all that counts, really, isn't it? We are making progress. So, on that note, I think we're going to duck out. And fingers crossed, when we roll over tomorrow, not only will we have some crops ready to go, but we'll have some newly planted fields ready to go too. I'm going to jump in now. I'm going to do that second field over there. I'll put some barley in that, and then we are maximising what we've got. And yeah, we'll come back next episode, raring to go. It's going to be a big one. So thank you all very much for watching. We're finally making progress, and I'm quite excited. I am not going to lie to you. So, yes, there is the planted field. You can see the planted texture, which is a relief slightly, I have to say. But looking good. Right. Thank you, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.